Three women, wives, mothers, and entrepreneurs with mouths and minds so dirty they don't want the parents in the carpool line to know their real identities. This is Kinks Out. Our names may be made up, but the stories are real. Hello and welcome to another episode of Kinks Out. Mars, Gigi, and Don't Call Me Sugar here today with you. Before we start, there was some breaking news this week that we have to talk about. And the breaking news is that Smoke Show Kristen Cavallari has a new boyfriend. We have to talk about him.
I already have my bags packed and I'm moving to Montana.
So he is a 24-year-old hottie from Montana. His name is Matt. I don't know what he does other than look beautiful.
That's not his name, is it?
Yeah, his name is Matt.
I thought it was Mark.
Oh, shit.
Mark, Matt, same thing.
Here's the thing. When you're that pretty, your name doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
He has the jaw structure that, like, you know, in books when they describe it as like he was sculpted out of clay. That's what this guy looks like. And he's 24. Kristen Cavallari is, I believe, 36. I am somewhere between 24 and 36, and I was never as hot as either of them.
Listen, you're hot. Don't you dare. Yeah, she's like, I mean, all women. I don't understand why people are shaming her. Get it, mama? Like, right? She's got what, 3 kids?
3 kids. And looks like she
Hell
did
yeah.
when she was on Laguna Beach, first of all.
Hell yeah. Get it with a 24-year-old.
Yeah, Tana. And some of his friends even, listen, I was 24 once and I knew dudes and none of them looked like that.
Right. So there's something in the water.
It's time to move to Montana and like buy a ranch.
I mean, didn't we already talk about
cowboy bucks?
Yes.
He is cowboy book boyfriend material. Yes. Yeah. So well done.
He's got
Kristen.
them tats. He's got those tattoos. I feel like half of our text threads, like I used way too much energy. A better part of my morning was Googling pictures of him.
It's worth it. He is that nice to look at. Yeah,
do not watch the TikTok videos, like, of them lip singing the same country song over and over again. Like, if you can mute it, then it's good. You just see their lips moving and their bodies. But like, if you listen to it, yeah. Do not actually put the sound on because there is nothing to be heard.
Like, listen, Mark, Matt, we don't want to talk. We just want to look at you.
Did you call him Matt Mark?
Mark Matt? I don't know. I thought his name was Matt. Maybe
no,
it's
Mark.
I didn't get that far.
Wait, what is his last name?
Estes or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, his name is Matt. I get to fuck Kristen Cavallari, so I'm on top of the fucking world. Estes. That is his name. Well done, Kristen. True. Well done.
Yeah,
Matt
well
or
done.
Mark. We are happy for you both.
Well done.
And with that being said, I guess they're not related, but today we are going to talk about the terms that we love and the ones that we hate. In the author's defense, you can't just always call it a dick and a pussy or an orgasm. When people are getting dick down every other chapter, you have to spice it up. So we are going to talk about the smut thesaurus.
Smut thesaurus.
You're welcome.
Look at you.
I was proud of that one.
So good. What are we going to start with? The bud or the slick holes?
Yeah, let's start with the main subject. It's the main subject of the book, the dick and the pussy, which I am good with both of those terms. They are fine. Yeah. Clit, good. You know, fine with it.
Oh, God. Shug, you're already cringing.
You're already icking.
I'm a much better just like watcher. I'm better at watching than reading about it.
So
I don't want to hear the words, but
so you don't want to read the books anymore. You just want to watch porn.
Yes, exactly. Where's that club?
On mute.
She just wants to watch porn on mute. Okay, perfect. This is going to
That's
go really
perfect.
well.
We're in the wrong clubs.
It's fine. It's fine. I will tell you eventually some of the things I do enjoy. So, but we'll let you get at it with these dirty words first.
I don't like slick folds, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
used
a
a lot.
hard no for me.
And like calling the clit the bud or the nub, I don't like that either. Just call it the clit. It's
Mm-mm.
what it is. Like that doesn't need 18 different terms, I don't think.
Yeah. What about when ooh, I hate this one. Pussy lips.
I don't like lips. Yeah, lips, no way. It's I read a book that said like she was asking if her lips, like in her internal monologue, she's like, is one of my pussy lips longer than the other? And it was really funny, but at the same time, it was like gross. Just don't call it that. But what else do you call them? What are they actually called?
Oh, I
You
don't
taught sex education.
that was a long time ago. Now I don't know. What I mean,
They're
we
called
need to look
pussy
up some
lips.
anatomy.
They're called pussy lips. That's what they're
Yeah.
called.
That's all, that's what you need to know.
Inner walls.
Yeah,
Whenever
like
they say like her inner walls are clenching me, do you not just imagine like a dick getting crushed between two walls? Because that's how I see it.
I was just thinking paint colors.
I
It's
was
like,
just thinking
no.
like in Willy Wonka when they're in that room, like when they're walking through to try to get into the factory and they
Oh, and
like
the walls
close the
keep
door behind
closing
them and the
in.
walls start closing in and like the door gets smaller. Like that's
Yes, that's how I sort of like imagine that whole situation. Like her inner walls clenched around me. Like, is that the dick is just getting smashed in between two
yeah.
walls? So that one's, I mean, it's okay. But
I mean, yeah, there's
Hot.
worse ones.
lapped up. He lapped up
Mm.
her pussy. That reminds me of animals, like lapping up
Mm-hmm.
milk or water.
I mean, that's a thing too.
What
Which
is?
side note, I wanted to text you last night because when I was reading the C.R. Jane book,
Pucking wrong date.
oh my gosh, when I was reading that and he was like talking about her, I don't want to like give spoilers, but I'm like, dude's gonna have a lactation kink for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%
I
Disney.
almost text you like in the middle of the night being like, yo,
Yeah, no, it's good. Did you finish
Oh
that
my
book
gosh.
yet?
So,
go ahead.
I mean, if you're both into breeding kinks, does that mean you're into lactation kinks too?
No.
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 I
No.
breastfed 2 kids for over 2 years each.
Yeah.
And never once was I like thirsty. But my husband is also lactose intolerant.
It's not the same. It's not the same as cow's milk.
I
You're
don't
like,
know.
sorry, man.
I was like, here's your cereal, and then whip a boob out.
Do you need some
Oh
creamer?
my gosh.
mine,
Okay.
mine
So
wouldn't.
not.
No, no lactation kinks here. Breeding, yes. Lactation, hard no.
Yeah, I'm not. I
I was like,
mean,
don't even touch my boobs whenever I was breastfeeding.
yeah, because somebody's always attached to them anyway. Like,
Right. Yeah, no, that's a no for me. But I don't
what
mind
about
reading
you,
about it.
sugar?
It doesn't super ick me in books.
I was surprised by one in a book once. Like, I didn't know that was one of the premises. I think you read it, Mars. I was like, please read this. And
Oh
it came out
yeah.
like, I was like, oh, and it was like heavy in the book. And
It
I had
was
never read that before.
it was very, very heavy in the book. Like to the point where I was concerned about her supply
Right,
being
though? She's going to get engorged. Like, that baby was
as
getting old.
as someone who's breastfed a long time, I know that it's like the more that you do it, the more you produce. And he was nursing just as much as the baby.
If not
Oh my
more.
God.
That baby was like over a year old at that point. It's the one thing. And I was like, what's happening here?
Anyway, Shug, how
We
do you
are
feel about it?
derailed. We are derailed. We've gone down a path.
It only took 9 minutes.
We need
9
to
minutes
retreat
in.
off this path.
All right. Okay.
I think that gives us your answer on it.
What about when they say like he looks at her and her sex is glistening? glistening
Ugh.
sex. That sounds Twilighty to me.
Mhm.
Like sparkly.
I don't like the whole like calling it her sex. I don't know why I don't like that.
I don't like it
yes,
either.
I do know. I don't like any of them, so that's why. But that one seems so weird to me.
This next one, I don't mind it. It's a pretty pink pussy. That one's okay with me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that one too. I feel like I read that in a lot of books.
I do too.
We've talked about Halsey Holmes previously, but one of my loves, He's Not My Type by Megan Quinn. This is that hockey book again. I don't know. He says, I'm going to ruin this pretty little pussy.
Yes.
And I was totally here for that in this book. He had a dirty mouth, and I listened to it as an audiobook, and the male narrator, sweet Jesus. His name is Connor Crace, I think is how you say his last name. He is my by far favorite male narrator. And he also said things like, oh my God, why do I like that? Because you're my good girl who likes to be punished. That's
now
one
I
of my
want to
faves.
listen to that book on the audio. I read
He
it,
says,
but now I feel like I need to listen to it.
He says, use me as your fuck toy. That's all you need to
That
know.
is not an ick. That is
No.
not an ick to me at all.
Not at all. Yeah, he's amazing. Both narrators are great in that book.
So what about when they call it her mound? I don't like that. That one's weird.
That's weird. Or her center.
Her center.
That's so weird. I mean, I know you have to like find new
right
terms.
So I try. I give them like the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes I read them. Or like whenever they say she shattered around me. That one reminds me, anytime I hear it, for some reason I just automatically picture the female spontaneously combusting. Like she's shattered, and then like her body is like shards of glass everywhere. That's how I see the like. What is wrong with me that's how I see it? Not that she's like really in ecstasy. Nope, she has exploded, literally.
See, I actually like that one.
That's because it's not that sexy.
That's what it is. I can handle that one.
You need proper terms.
Hardened peaks for nipples.
Talk about the old nipples.
Nippy nips.
I mean,
hardened peaks. That reminds. It's fine. What else are you gonna call them? Like,
yeah, I can't. I was just trying
that.
Well, what else are you gonna call it?
Not hardened peaks.
Give me an example.
Yeah, Shug, what would you call nipples other than nipples?
We're just talking about the nipples. Nipples. Mounds. Flat mounds.
Mounds?
Yes. The mounds.
But her mound is a vagina. That's a vagina term.
No, he put his face between her mounds.
I guess mounds could be. Though. I guess a mound could be like I've heard it used as a vagina, but I've also heard it used as like ass cheeks too, like her mounds, or I guess her boobs. Yeah,
I always hear globes for ass cheeks.
I was gonna say that one too. Round globes.
Her round globes.
What?
Sugar.
I am not reading the same books as you.
Like, yeah, you tell everybody what you just read. Tell everyone what you've been reading.
We'll get to that.
Gigi, you are screaming. Just
oh my gosh, why is it come so far away?
Gigi, you're screaming. I love it.
Guys, make it stop.
No, I love your enthusiasm. It's fantastic. No.
All right, moving on. Whenever they say a heady scent, that's awful, right? To me, I don't want to consider a heady scent. No, heady with a D, like Heady, a heady scent. To me, that's not a good thing. But I don't want to smell I don't want to smell things either way. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not thinking about when I'm reading it. The only time I'm thinking about what they smell like is whenever they describe the guy's scent.
Like he always smells like the woods mixed with a,
Yeah.
the musky, manly scent of timber.
Yeah, I don't think we should know what anything else smells like. I
Right.
think that can be left out.
I have one of the books I read. It's the Hannaford Prep series by Jay Bree. And one of my loves, actually, surprisingly, considering what we just talked about, was one of the male main characters. She's sucking his dick. And he says, now make me come, babe. I want to taste myself on your lips. And that
Ooh.
was when I was like, all right.
My face throughout this entire episode, like it's
You're not well.
not well.
We knew this one would get you.
Yes.
And another one from that same series that I loved, which has to do with like oral, is he says, I'm not angry, babe. I'm hungry. I'm fucking starving. And you're the only thing on the menu I want.
Ooh, he's starving for that pretty pink pussy.
Yeah, he was. And he got it. And so did 3 other dudes in the book.
Oh, snap. Oh, that's
Yeah.
your RH.
It is an RH one. It's really good. But those are ones that I like read them and I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. That's okay. I could get
Or that makes me think of the ones where when he's like fingering her and then he like either wipes it on her lips or like sucks it off with his fingers. I like that.
Yeah, like I don't know if I necessarily want it done on me, but reading
I like
it,
reading
I'm like,
about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we're on to the dude stuff here.
Dude stuff.
The dude stuff.
Go ahead, Jeej.
Oh, there's some that like. So I want to just start with one of my favorites. I don't know why when they describe a dick as the girth of a Coke can, but I like it.
You love a Coke can cock.
I do.
Which, I mean, my favorite is mushroom tip. I don't know what about it. I love what they describe the tip of a dick being a mushroom tip. I love that.
Like I can picture it in my head very easily.
It's very easy to imagine a mushroom tip. You know, I don't like whenever they say something like he impaled his dick in her. That's like stabby to me. I don't like.
I mean, some
like
of these
that.
books get a little stabby, so depends on how
That's
dark
true.
you're getting.
How dark it is. But that's different if they are actually stabbing each other a little bit while having sex. I have read that. I have read books like that.
I
Thank
think
you.
we're breaking Sugar.
Yeah, I'm broken.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, you have your typicals, you know, whenever they say things like, oh, she palmed my dick through my pants or, you know, my shaft or, you know, those ones I feel like are fine. Shaft. They call it the fat tip.
The fat tip. Oh, yeah.
Like so that makes me think of Credence by Penelope Douglas. This is one of my all-time favorite books.
It's
super taboo. Just to give a little background, this girl goes and lives with her uncle and cousins, but they're not blood related, right? It was her dad's step brother or something like that. They're not blood related.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, ick in the terms of if you're thinking about it like, you know, no thanks on the incest, but it's technically not. She like had never met them, right?
Right.
Until the stuff that happened in the book. But there's a scene in this book.
Which makes it totally different, right?
Stop.
It makes it fine.
Okay. Yeah. So
anything done out of love is fine, Sugar, in a book.
Calm down. Calm your tits.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the scene where they're watching porn in the living room. She's with the 2 guys. And it says, he's thick and hard, the firelight dancing across the fat tip. And I watch as he pulls off his t-shirt and licks his hand, stroking himself up and down again and again, never taking his eyes off me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was like, and then cue Uncle Jake finding them in the living room and spanking her.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That is a hard not an ick for me.
Just that whole scene is freaking amazing. Yeah, Credence by Penelope Douglas. If you like Taboo, little
It's a
dark
good
in
one.
some spots, such a good book and so many good sex scenes.
One that I don't like is when they say that the tip is angry. And we talked about this, and I sent like the gif of the anger emotion from Inside Out because that's what it reminds me of, like
Yep,
fire angriness exploding
just
from the
so
tip of a
mad.
penis. And I'm like, why is it angry? He's about to be so happy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
about
why?
to spill
Still?
his seed or
Yes.
fill her with his seed. Like,
Like, why are
pass.
you
I don't like
angry?
those. Even though I like the breeding kink, I don't. I feel fill with seed. That term I feel like is okay if they're like in the throes of something where he is obsessing over his breeding kink, that he has one.
Like Disney?
Yes, like Disney Davis. Or he's like, stuffing it back in there. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, I don't
Unless
like
he's
seed
planting
either.
potatoes. Is that a book? A farmer fills somebody
I
with
think
their
you
whole
already read that
crops.
one.
You probably have.
Um,
Just a womb
I,
of crops.
crops. Goodbye. And that's the end of today's episode. Whenever they say a cock twitched or the cock jumped, do you do you remember the story, or do you remember like as a kid playing with Mexican jumping beans?
Oh my God, is that what you think of?
I just like it jumped. Like why? Why did it jump?
Because it's excited.
Yeah.
I know
It
it
seems
doesn't
like,
ick me or anything. It's just one of those things that, like, when you really think about it and imagine it, it's kind of silly.
now all I'm going to think about are Mexican jumping beans.
You should also know that I'm holding my hand out in front of me as though I'm holding Mexican jumping beans.
Yes.
For whatever reason, I'm pretending to hold them. Throbbing, his
Yeah,
throbbing cock.
I
I'm
like
okay
that.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Oh, good job.
Oh,
You, Shug.
I can
You
handle
like it.
that.
you can handle some,
I didn't say
some
I liked
throbbing.
it. I just said I can handle it.
She's not immediately throwing the book across the room when she reads it.
I mean,
What
it
about,
medically makes sense, though. Like, that one medically makes sense. It's throbbing. It's
Oh,
filled
because
with
that's what
blood.
I'm
Like,
thinking
yeah.
about when I'm reading these books, whether it medically makes sense.
Yes,
Let me
exactly.
contact my PCP real quick to see if this makes sense.
Don't worry. I just Googled it. I don't need to
Call
call
my
the
OB.
doctor. Google MD solved it for me.
What about he sheathed himself?
What?
Yeah, it's fine.
Like he put it like he put his dick in like a pocket that hangs on the side of his pants. Like, is that what we're talking about?
Like a sword sheath.
Yes.
Oh boy. You know, he sheathed himself inside of her. Or like he sheathed, I can't even say that word, sheathed himself with like a condom, I guess, too, is one, but
Yeah.
I always hear it in form of like he sheathed himself inside of her. Now that's one of those words where I've said it so many times it doesn't sound like a real word.
It just sounds like you're sneezing.
Bless you.
Ah,
Jeej, I know you like it, and it's one that I'm good with too. Ropes of cum.
I love this one.
Like whenever he like
Lord.
pulls out and he just like shoots it all over her back, his ropes of cum just shot
Yeah.
out on her.
I like that one. See, we broke sugar
No.
again. Just like, what?
No spurts, steady stream. Like that is inferring that it's not in spurts, that it's just like a steady stream.
No, ropes. Like
No,
it comes
like
out in one big and then another. I wish you guys could see the motions I'm making. Like, or maybe I don't. I don't know. But like, you know, it's like he jerks once and a bunch comes out, and then like a little bit. I see it as more of like I'll have to draw a picture.
Oh, I feel like we need a segment where on our social media where we just upload photos that Mars has drawn to describe things on her notes in her phone.
That's true. For people, for the listeners, a lot of the times when people ask questions, like in our book club text thread and stuff, I immediately respond with, I'll draw you a picture. And I am not a fucking artist, let me tell you.
It gets the job done.
I feel like it's fine. It makes people understand what I'm trying to say.
You've had to draw an Omegaverse knot. You've had to draw you had to help explain the name piercing to me. I was thrown off by that one for a minute, but I got it.
Yeah, the
All
Jacob's
thanks
ladder
to your drawing.
with the name spelled on it.
You're great.
I'm just here to help, guys.
An entire book of illustrations. That's your next undertaking.
But it's just my pictures of dicks.
Yes.
That I used my finger to draw in my notes app. Like, I don't even have a stylus.
In the line at Starbucks.
In line at Starbucks, waiting for my morning coffee. I'm just drawing dicks for people. Said, I've drawn more dicks in my 30s than I ever did as a teenager.
What about this one? Pre-cum leaked from the tip. I'm a fan of that one.
Milky. When they say it's milky.
Oh, no, pass.
Yeah, the pre-cum just leaking is fine, but when they say it's milky, it seems weird.
Pass.
When they just say slick, like that it's slick.
His slick tip.
Yeah.
Slick tip. That's your name next week.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's dangerous. Like, I don't like that one as much. Like, anything that's slick, I do not go near.
Like he's trying to get it and just sliding all over the place.
Yes, exactly. like that video I sent you the other day of the baby trying to get the woman pretending like she was trying to get the nipple, just that with a dick.
His dick's just all over the place. He can't get in. He's too sliding.
Why?
Too slick. What about whenever she's giving a blowjob and they say hollow out cheeks? I'm not even sure what that means. I need to draw myself a picture.
It was silent for a minute because were we all pretending to do a blowjob?
I was sucking in my cheeks.
Me too.
We all just made big old blowjob faces for no one to see. Yeah, that's one that I'm like, hollowed out her cheeks. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
That's like Hoover pressure.
Like the vacuum?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is intense.
That makes me think of an ick that I have. She says, he licked the roof of my mouth, dragging his tongue seductively across the top. And as I'm sitting there, I'm just like picturing, like, how are you, like,
that seems
like,
so
do you just pull it towards
lizardy.
you? Like, are you just like you put your mouths together and then you just like stick your tongue in and just like lick up?
I was trying to figure it out how to like, oh, you know what? I bet if I asked my husband, if I was like, listen, for research purposes, can I lick the roof of your mouth?
He's going to be like, what do you and your friends talk about?
First of all, he would say yes, but he would also be like, this is fucking weird. Don't ever do it again. But I am kind of, I don't think I would.
Like, I think that's where like all the bacteria collects in your mouth. That's what they were just. Maybe that was a germ kink.
A germ kink. The way that I'm seeing that is so fucking weird in my head. Like almost as though she just like walked up to him, mouth wide open, and he just like lizarded his tongue out and licked the roof of her mouth.
Well, that made me think of, you know how people actually do get their tongues like split to be like a snake or a lizard.
The forked tongue, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
That's a big old ick.
No, I bet you not in kissing, but it would work in other ways.
Okay, so now we need to find somebody who has that, because now I want to know, I want to know, can they move each side of their tongue differently?
Yeah, I think it depends on the person, whether or not they can like roll their tongue and stuff. But I could see people being able to move both sides.
Yeah, like imagine that might not be the worst.
We're off
Right.
track. How do we feel about face fucking?
That's fine. Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm a
fuck your
fan.
pretty little face. Oh yeah, fine. Not a fan, Shug.
No,
Shocking.
I'm okay with that one.
Oh, I
I'm
thought you
okay
said I'm
with
not a
that one.
fan.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, knuckles deep. I'm
Oh
okay with knuckles
God,
deep.
no. Oh.
Her mumbles. No. Like she's in a bad nightmare.
Oh, whenever the guys like come up here and sit on my face, fine.
Yeah, and he's like, smother me. And
I'll
like,
be
no,
there.
I mean sit.
Yeah, when he's like, I didn't say hover, I said sit. And like he's all of them, they're always like, if this is how I die, it's fine.
Yeah, that's exactly death by pussy.
Death by pussy.
What about writhing? Like she was writhing underneath me. That sounds like she's in pain. I don't like that.
Yeah, that one sounds seizure-y.
Yeah.
Or
No, thank
possessed.
you. No,
I've
right over there.
definitely experienced some seizure type episodes before. So that's not crazy to me.
Like you call them episodes.
Yeah, like I'm like, an episode of what? Like, you mean an orgasm, a seizure orgasm?
She called it an episode.
Somebody stop us now. So whenever
Okay.
a guy says he snarled, that to me, or like he growled, or his eyes got hooded, all of that is really hard to imagine because, like, in real life, nobody's growling,
I
right?
don't
They
know.
are in my books.
I meant that's why I said in real life.
How do you know this isn't real life? Could be too.
Here's the thing, it doesn't ick me. It's not an ick by any means, but it's just one of those things where I think about it and I'm like, he snarled, or he, when they say his eyes get hooded. When I try to hood my eyes, I think I go cross-eyed.
Yeah, they
Like,
use
I
hooded
even-
a lot.
Like that's squinting, I think.
I really wish that we had video of all of us trying all of these things today.
So I can't do all that
Saying
muling.
you can't mule. What does that even mean?
I don't even know, but that's one. I mean, not a
Like-
good one. I don't like that one. Like she
Like
muled.
whenever they say like whimper and stuff like that, that's fine. That I can imagine.
Yeah.
Muling, that to me is like,
That's the plural of meow. Mewling.
Is it really?
That's the plural. No, I don't know. That's what I think when I read
you
mewling.
sounded so convincing.
I'm so gullible. I'm like, oh,
I think
We
so.
have just
Let me
offended
Google it.
cats.
Let me Google it. Mewling.
Cats
Or maybe
everywhere
it's like a
mad at us for not knowing that.
sound
I'll
that
never
a
be able to make
mule
that
makes.
sound again, just so you know.
Mule. Mule.
That's what it
Oh,
sounds
it's a
like. I don't know.
whimper.
Yeah, but just say whimper then. Like, it's okay to say whimper.
I was right. It is of a cat or a bird making a high-pitched crying noise. A mew. A forlorn cat mewled pathetically.
oh.
That's
Who
weird.
spearheaded the campaign to use that word in bugs?
Someone was like, all right, whimpers out, purred out, mule.
Oh,
It is. It says it's a tiny helpless kitten. The noise a tiny helpless kitten makes.
we took a deep dive on that one.
We did take a deep dive, but you know what? It's research
Yeah.
or something.
Somebody learned
Or
something.
something. Or
Or
something.
something. Let's go to pet names that guys in books will call women some stuff that if my husband walked down and was like, hey, angel face, I would be like, fuck off. Don't call me that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would be okay being called angel face.
No, that's stupid.
You're
Stupid. My husband does call me baby girl.
Oh, okay.
And
That was in the book that I just finished, What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler. I mean, it's a little strange because it's like huge age gap. It's her parents' best friend. He was there when she was born.
I need to read that.
It's a really good book. I mean, obviously nothing happened until she was of age, but he calls her baby girl in it, and I love that for them.
Yeah, my husband calls me baby girl. He always has.
Doesn't Kieran call Avi Angel?
He does. And Angel seems Angel's better than Angel Face to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I still don't want to be called that, but Angel is Angel Face. I don't know.
We know that Sugar. Don't call me Sugar.
Don't call me Sugar.
Don't call me any of these things, please.
We won't
never.
give you any pet names, baby girl.
Baby girl.
Oh God, no. No, just be like, hey, bitch. That works for me.
Hey, you bitch, let's go.
Yeah. What about Daddy?
I'm fine with Daddy.
I'm fine with
that. Does not bother me at all.
Me neither.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you.
You hate Good Girl, too.
I hate all of these. So I pulled out like an it quote from a book that like when I was reading the book that I was just like, oh, gagging. And you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, it's going for the good girl look, were you? Yanking it to the side, my fingers part her, gliding over the most sensitive parts of her. There's nothing innocent about what you've got there, no matter how you dress it up, sexy girl. I'm going to remind you just how good a bad boy can make you feel. And I was like, bile was piling up in my throat. Like, so grossed out. I can't stand that. That's Falling in Love with a Rockstar.
I
adds
didn't
to
hate
TBR.
that at all.
Click, click.
Yep. I would read that. I would eat that shit up with a spoon.
With a spoon, baby.
With a spoon.
Yeah, no. That did not do it for me. Do you want me to tell
what
you what does do it for me?
Please.
Okay, this quote right here. I find the ingredients in the fridge to make a carbonara.
So who says that though? The male main character? He's going to make dinner?
No, it's the female.
Oh.
No, it is the male. It is the male. You're right. It is the male. He is making.
Because I was hoping
that would do it for me too.
Yeah. Like if he was going to be like making dinner. Oh, in the book I just read, he orders like 10 different kinds of takeout because he didn't know what she liked. And I was like, yep.
Why is that? Yeah. I think that's a kink for me. If you're just like, I didn't know what you liked. And there's like, you were reading the Mile High series, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you read Mile High for Windy City series. Yeah. By Liz Tom Ford. Oh my God. Yeah. When he orders all the takeout.
Yes. Yeah. That book was good. It was not, I would give it seriously like a 2 on the spice scale. But the rest of the book was really, really good. And I loved the main characters a lot.
That whole series is amazing.
I'm going to read the whole series. But yeah, he orders a whole bunch of takeout because he just like didn't know what she liked. And I thought that was really sweet.
Especially if they just lay it out all over the bed. And like there's just like food containers everywhere. Like that is hot.
I think he left it on the table.
Are you being real or sarcastic?
Bro, I'm being so real. Like, that is a complete turn on. If we can get down and dirty in the dumplings, then hell yeah.
Oh, there it is. Down and Dirty in the Dumplings, episode 5.
Oh my God. You just named our episode. Thanks.
No problem.
Down and Dirty in the Dumplings.
Did I just hear your pen click?
Yes. We are not fine. What about like when he says my wife, which is really big in mafia books? He's like, that's my wife. My wife. Ick, no ick.
It doesn't ick me, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it's like neutral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my love.
That's a craze. People love that shit.
Really? The my wife?
Yeah. I see that on Instagram. People are like, that's constantly one of those micro traits
my wife
that people love.
You know what? We have all been married long enough that we're just like, yeah, right. I
I'm
am
like,
the
where's
wife.
my wife? I need some help.
I'm right here.
My-
Whenever they say my love, I'm good with that. I think it's sweet. My husband says that.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
He'll say yes, my love when I yell at him. Yes, my
Ooh, why are
love.
you
Oh
guys
my
so
God.
cute? You guys are cute.
I'm just thinking of The Princess Bride. What is that?
I have never seen
Doesn't he
that.
say? What? You've
Yep.
never seen The Princess Bride?
You have not seen The Princess Bride.
No, I have never seen The Princess Bride.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. That's a classic. There's a man with 6 fingers.
Ooh.
Just imagine. And he wears a leather
Imagine.
glove. 6-fingered
He has-
man.
Why does he have 6 fingers? Was he born that way?
Yeah, but just imagine. So that would be 3 in the pink,
Where
2
is
in the
it?
stink, right? 3 in the pink, 3 in the stink.
What is that noise? Did anybody else hear that? I don't know.
Me laughing and shaking the whole time.
No, that was me snorting.
So wait, I have my hand out in front of me. Is the 6th finger between his thumb and his pointer or off of his pinky side?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that
Or
it's
somewhere in
bigger.
the middle?
It's like not pinky size, I don't think.
All right. I might have to Google it. I don't think I'm going to watch the movie, but I'm intrigued with the 6 fingers.
Oh, you have to watch the movie. There's no sex, but you have to watch it.
Oh my god, guys.
All
I
right.
cannot stop laughing. What's your like top term?
I would say anything where he just like slams into her. That I'm like to the
Oh.
hilt is
The book that I
Probably.
just read today, I mean, it was only 15 pages, so it's like not a book, but he slammed into her so hard that he went past her heart.
Excuse me. He
is a paperclip.
is a paperclip.
Yeah, and he's straightened out. He only had a tiny curve left, just enough to hold on his magnetic eyes.
Let's circle back.
The front
From the-
door.
Shug from the top.
You read the book about Clippy.
I did read the book about Clippy, the
Who anybody
Microsoft
literally
assistant.
anybody younger, I guess, than what, I don't know, 30 right now probably wouldn't even know who Clippy is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or maybe
And
25 max.
I spent a lot of time with Clippy growing up, and like I never had sexual fantasies about him.
Nope, can't say I did either. I was a big Microsoft Word girl, and I never once was I like, I wonder.
I wonder what that would feel like. I mean, it just
more.
Yeah, it feels dangerous, but I guess that it wasn't. I mean,
He went past her heart. What part of that is not
Yeah.
dangerous?
I mean, I think the most disturbing part of the book is that like her partner had just died, was clobbered by computers, and they like literally just did it on top of his dead body.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah, that was the most like somehow that was the most surprising part of the book.
So that was all right. That's a lot to unpack in 15 pages.
I would like to find this author. I cannot find him on. I'm guessing it's a man on Instagram.
That's
But
probably for good
I
reason.
have a lot of questions. No, I would like to talk to him and figure out his creative process.
All right. This
right,
episode
that's it.
got unhinged as per usual. Things got off track. And if you have made it this far into the episode, well done. Thank you. You've done it. You're here. We're going to end. But before we end, we just wanted to say that we have some real life actual authors lined up to join us for some episodes that we are very, very excited about. We're not going to name drop yet because we don't want to give anything away, but we are super excited. about the authors that we have lined up in the coming months. And we're hoping to get some other guests on here and there. So if you want to come on our podcast and join this shit show, let us know. Drop us a DM or something where you can find us on Instagram at Kinks Out Podcast. Slide into our DMs. Someone's always there to answer. All right. As always, ladies, it was fun. Jeej, don't call me sugar. Until next time, I love you, bitches.
Bye, baby girls.
Bye.
Meow.
Make it a mule.